Just a quick one before we do get into today's video. The interview you're about to see is excruciating to watch. We have a Labour minister, Pat McFadden, put on the spot and grilled by a news host. She essentially asks him if he thinks first cousins should be able to marry within the United Kingdom, and to my utter disbelief, he refused to answer the question and stands essentially with Keir Starmer. Now, of course, we've seen in Parliament last week a Tory MP ask the question on whether Keir Starmer would stop the block from happening so Parliament could vote on banning and making first cousin marriages illegal within the United Kingdom. Keir Starmer's answer was an absolute disgrace, again at that time, arrogant, and clearly wants to allow that barbaric practice to continue within the United Kingdom. Now, we're going to get into this interview, and again, heads up, it is a hard watch. But if you guys can do me a favour first, please do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Have a watch of this.
So Keir Starmer has indicated that Labour is going to block a legal ban on first cousins being able to marry in England and Wales. Why is that? Is the Prime Minister in favour of interbreeding?
Look, I'm not aware of him being so definite on that.
So you will block this?
I think these issues arise. I don't, think we're going to adopt that position on this question.
Sorry, what position are you adopting on first cousins marrying? What position is Labour adopting on the issue of whether first cousins should marry in England and Wales? Should they or shouldn't they?
Well, I don't think we're planning a legal change on whatever the current position is on that at the moment. Not that I'm aware of.
So, at the moment, it's not legally banned for first cousins to marry in England and Wales, despite the obvious health implications of interbreeding. Richard Holden is suggesting a legal ban on first cousins marrying, and at the moment it looks like Labour might block that. Why? Labour cannot possibly be in favour of first cousins marrying, can they?
Well, I'm not aware of our plans to change the current law at the moment on that question. If we are planning to change the law, and I promise I'll come back on your programme and talk to you about it. But as of today, I'm not aware that we're planning a legal change on that issue.
OK, but do you think first cousins should be able to marry in England and Wales?
Well, as a minister, I'm not planning to change the law on that right now.
But Mr McFadden, what do you think? Should they be allowed to?
Then I'll come back on.
But should they be allowed to? It's a simple yes or no question. I don't think first cousins should be able to marry in England and Wales. What do you think?
You're the first person ever to ask me the question.
OK, so answer it.
When the government's got a position of changing the law, I'll happily come back and talk to you about it.
But what do you think? Do you think first cousins should be able to marry in England and Wales?
Well, that's the current law as it stands, I think. We're not planning to change the law on that. As far as I know, if there's a change in that and the government decides to change the law, then I'll happily come back on and talk to you about it.
OK, so you don't seem to be willing to answer that question.
This is actually disgusting, and that guy is a weak man with no opinion of his own. He has to give the party mantra every single time. You should be able to, or if you're a strong man with an opinion, you should be able to give your opinion because it's not that freaking ludicrous and it's not going to get you that much in trouble. Maybe by Keir, to be fair, but quite frankly, that answer was disgusting. The fact that he didn't say anything, refused to answer, and just started to toe the party line. But big shout out to that interviewer, Camilla. That was very, very good journalism from her. And she really did hold him to account and put him on the spot. But, my goodness me, this Labour Party are absolutely sick and disgusting. Now, again, it's not about the discrimination of the first cousin marriages. It goes so much more deeper than that. And again, until I covered this in a recent video when Keir Starmer refused to unlift the ban on the MPs voting, I did say that it was a barbaric act. Now, there is a lot of people, you can do whatever you want behind closed doors with a a person that obviously gives consent, whether it be a family member for all I care. Look, it's not about that. But if they do those sort of practices within their country, that's okay. However, look, in the United Kingdom, this cannot be happening because it's a cruel act. We've seen the stats, we've seen the numbers on the birth defects and what happens with regard to babies as a result of this interbreeding. It's cruel. It's absolutely disgusting. And if you're marrying a first cousin, then your child is going to have a huge risk on being defected and having a lot of problems, which is absolutely cruel in itself. And not ignoring this practice as well is the forced side of these marriages. Now, while some consensual partners may get together and will like that this practice as such, the two adults in question may like it. However, through this practice, there's a lot of women mostly that are forced into this practice, and this is something that needs to be investigated. Now, I don't care what goes on in Pakistan and Bengali areas. That's up to them. That's not the United Kingdom. But we can't be having a world in which this practice is allowed to continue, mainly because of the cruelness towards a child being born, but then also the other sets of things where women are forced without their rights to get married to these individuals in these forced marriages. This is something that needs to be investigated, but won't. But everybody knows why Keir Starmer and why this Labour Party do not want to have a vote to happen to ban first cousin marriages. It's clear. I don't even need to say it. But it's super clear as to why he doesn't want to have that conversation and why he allows it to happen. No sane person from the United Kingdom thinks that this is okay, apart from the people that do it. It's sick and it's disgusting and shouldn't be happening in a first world country like the United Kingdom. And as stated in a previous video and at the start of this video, I genuinely last week actually thought it was already banned. I couldn't quite get my head around something so barbaric and something so backwards was still legal. It was ever legal within this country. But to my findings, it is legal. It can happen. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. And these Labour MPs that are supporting this, shame on them, and shame on that spineless Labour MP that can't even give his opinion, regardless if it was going to upset his party leader. It's damn right a disgrace. But guys, do let me know your thoughts on this down there in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button for more British content just like this. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.